had classic fashion from Timby, classic cars, thanks Chad, and we've seen classic hairstyles. And you, Michael? Classic.
A classic range from Clover. Timeless taste.
Made with love by Clover.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We're in the kitchen where we should be because it's very, very, very peaceful over here. If you have been watching the Euros, we have somebody who is an Italian chef to help you out. I know that you'd require that. So if you're feeling and you're looking for incredibly flavorful and filling meat-free recipes, then our good hope, creamy Butterbean Ragout, is the perfect, healthy comfort food. So get the bowls and toast out. The bread has to get dunked in there. It's going to be soy good. Just letting you know. Right. Hi, Gabby.
How are you?
You must be so excited. Did you sleep last night?
I did. I'm sorry, guys. I got into bed. I didn't even watch the finals.
Did you not watch the final?
I got like 3 family groups that were very enthusiastic.
Italy won, sitting in.
We did.
Okay,
yeah.
do you want to give us a little celebratory dish now?
Yes.
I know this is more sort of like the French side of things because we're doing a ragout.
Yeah.
And of course, this is meat-free, which is fun.
Yes. So it's, basically a ragout is almost, a lot of people ask, what is it? It's almost like a bolognese, but more type of stew vibe.
Bolognese stew vibe?
Yeah.
I'm putting that into a book. I'm sorry, I'm stealing it.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start with our onion. It's always a good base, which we're going to kind of cook slowly and cook off. So this is one of those recipes, you can cook it quickly, but if you want the tomato to really kind of go through, I prefer it a bit more slower cooked, you can. Would you be able to cut those bell peppers for me?
Bell pepper, of course.
Please.
I got you covered.
Thank you.
So I did some research on the word ragout. Because I mean, I wanted to impress you
please tell me what your research
no, it's because the thing is, it's to revive the taste of.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So that's the vibe. So basically, so it's ragout from French, and it means to revive the taste of. And traditionally, it actually started off with some mushrooms all thrown together, as well as, so it's kind of like mushrooms and vegetables thrown together, just to kind of make things go further. Next thing you know, they got a ragout that's kind of added with like a little protein. They added fish as well. So I just loved it. Also, just ragouts are so, I just think they're so versatile.
Yes, they are.
Because if you think about like what you can add to them, and it's so beautiful. You can use them for everything, and I just think that it's something that you can add to rice, pasta.
Oh yeah, and also, so what's also quite nice with the ragout, you can make a massive pot of it, especially even with the butterbean one.
Yes.
And you can store it in your freezer. You can have it in wraps. You can even have it as a base to a cottage pie. There's so much you can do with it as well.
See, I love it. That's the best. It really is. But of course, now what we're going to do is we got that beautiful good up soy milk, and what I like about that is that we have a kind of like a protein overload here, which is always good because you got these butter beans here, protein, soy milk, protein.
Yes.
Yes, soy much protein.
So I must tell you a fun fact about having your protein when it comes to your soy mixes, your soya beans, and your butter beans.
Oh, this is
exciting. Did you know
that
it's only a complete protein if you pair it with a grain? Which I didn't know, since when I went vegetarian, I was like, oh, okay, it's quite interesting. So like having this with bread, as we're serving it today, is perfect, or with rice, with your grain, pairing it with the beans.
Are you saying that carbs are necessary?
Carbs are necessary, that's what I'm saying.
Are you saying that
carbs are necessary.
Thank you so much. Yes, carbs are necessary.
So as soon as
it makes me feel so good. Eat your carbs, that's fine.
Have it with your stew and your ragout.
Yes.
So as soon as you're done that, I'm going to throw that in with our garlic and our onions here, which are cooking beautifully.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's simple. She like just throw everything in.
Do you want to just grab those?
Yeah, please.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you. So yeah, so I'm going to add these in here. And again, if you have the time, slowly cook everything.
That's the onion smell, etc. And just to kind of go through what you put in there, you got the onions you put in there, you got the garlic you put in there. You're still standing by. You got the red wine vinegar, oregano. There's still some pepper going on there as well. I think that's grated tomato. That is grated tomato. There. And then over there, it looks like sugar.
It is a bit of sugar.
Is it a bit of sugar?
It is a bit of sugar.
Everybody needs a bit of sugar.
Yeah,
that's right. And in case you want to know a bit more about what we're going to add in later, because you're thinking where the soy milk comes in, our Clover Good Hope soy milk, it contains vitamins and minerals, which is great. So this is something that you need to kind of add in. And it also a source of protein, as we mentioned, butter beans too. So you're really getting everything that you require. And it's vegetarian. I think a lot of people have this thing about vegetarian dishes not having enough protein because there's no protein traditionally in it. However, veg has got a lot of protein in there. Probably some of the best protein your body can actually absorb, which is fantastic.
No, it's super
Red wine vinegar is going in. Sorry, I want to catch up to you while we're talking.
Our red wine vinegar has gone in. I've got our herbs in here, which we've added some oregano.
Yes.
We've got our good pinch of salt.
So the trick over here, and this is what I think is one of these little touch points of the recipe, is that these butter beans, they're quite sensitive to heat. I mean,
Yes.
they can really break down completely in the pot if you're not too careful with
Yes.
them. And obviously, you don't want to get them to that point. You still want to get a bit of the
You still
bite
want it to
from
be
the
that
butter beans,
chewiness.
right?
So basically what I like to do is now that we've got our tomato on here, I like to bring it to the boil and reduce a little bit longer.
Okay.
Then throw in your beans.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah,
Because
but
you
I
don't want to
mean,
go too
yes.
early with them, otherwise you're going to get that...
But it depends on you, eh? Some people like that tomatoey, more acidic taste.
All right.
I prefer something more slow cooked, but I mean, I know my mom, she likes tomatoes more like that fresh taste.
Fantastic.
So in which case we then can add our spinach and our beans now.
Fantastic. And I mean, so, and also, you can use other legumes, I'm sure. I mean, you could probably use
Yes.
butter beans, but I think I see this dish being with some chickpeas as well, which is
Yes,
just-
chickpeas could go really well.
It'll be beautiful. Also, another
Definitely.
source of protein as well. And then, of course, you can wilt the spinach in there and add
Yes.
some other... And you could probably go a bit boss on the vegetables if you want to. You can throw some mushrooms in
can.
there, whatever. But that's the beautiful about a ragu. And then prepare your bread, which is important. Don't forget your carbs.
Don't forget the carbs.
Yes. And just a one little thing over there. The soy milk's going to go in afterwards to kind of make sure that there's that
Yes.
beautiful sauce
That
to it. isn't there?
creaminess at the end.
Gabriela. This is fantastic. If you want the recipe, Gabriela and I, we've got together, we've got our crayons together, we've got the recipe up on expressoshow.com. And if you missed out on any of our steps while this ragu gets down to its beautiful flavor, and of course that thing that we're going to add to the bread, then take a look at this beautiful recap. It smells so good. Thank you.
Made with love by Clover.